So, in a few minutes, Carlos, a wonderful home. Oh, there he is. All right. Have fun, everybody.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Carlos Cardona. At the age of 16, I came to New Hampshire as a homeless youth, not knowing the struggles I would be facing at that time. At the age of 17, I decided to run as a write-in candidate for office and became the youngest elected official in the state of New Hampshire at the time. Today, I stand here with you as the chair of the Laconia Democrats, and I want to thank you. But there's a strong message I want to send. We stand here today, we vote tomorrow, but don't doubt for a second that we cannot change our country. We can. We can change the terrible president we have, and we can change the terrible governor that we have in New Hampshire. Yeah! I want to thank Senator Bernie Sanders for coming to our beautiful city, Laconia, New Hampshire, the city on the lakes, and for showing working families that we matter, for showing young people that we matter. And I want to thank our favorite ice cream providers, Ben and Jerry, for coming here. And again, thank you, Bernie Sanders, for the hard work you're doing in the Senate. And lastly but not least, I want to welcome and introduce to you Ben and Jerry's.
Yes, it is Ben, and it is
Jerry! Jerry, Ben, we are so thrilled to be here. Thank you guys for coming. It is our honor to scoop ice cream at a Bernie event. We do it whenever we possibly can. We're all in for Bernie. I've got to give my standard disclaimer. Ben and Jerry's, as a company, does not support candidates or political parties. Ben and Jerry are 1,000% in Bernie's camp. So, I don't have to tell you guys, but, Bernie is unique. He is not for sale. He's the only guy like it. Ben and I have never campaigned for a presidential candidate before. Bernie is the only guy who moves us to be out on the trail. Thank you guys so much for what you do. Here's Ben.
So, before Bernie, Jerry and I used to be the most famous guys from Vermont. So we are so happy to give up that mantle to Bernie. Ice cream is good, but a presidential candidate, a president of the United States who truly believes in justice in all its flavors, that's euphoric! We've been Bernie's constituents for 40 years, when he was mayor, when he was in the House, when he's in the Senate. This guy is the most consistent politician we've ever seen in our lives. There's a lot of people out there that are talking a good game. Bernie has been walking the talk for 40 years.
You got the receipt.
Incredibly enough, the guy is a trendsetter. I mean, publicly funded small donor campaigns, universal health care, publicly funded colleges and universities. I mean, this is now mainstream stuff, and it's Bernie who set the trend to begin with. In my hand here, you see I'm holding up a bumper sticker. In the Bernie campaign, I am known as the king of bumper stickers because the power of bumper stickers is always underestimated. But the truth is that when you stick a bumper sticker on your car, it's a personal endorsement, and nobody can buy that. And it's worth more than thousands of dollars in TV ads. So I hope you'll take one of these, put one on the back of your bumper, on the front of your bumper, on your friends' bumpers, on your kids' bumpers. Load it up with bumper stickers, and it's an expression of grassroots support. because that's what Bernie's campaign is all about, grassroots support. If we want him to be president of the United States, and if we do the work to make it happen, we will have Bernie Sanders as the next president of the United States. Ladies and gentlemen,
for coming out, and let me thank Carlos, our co-owner, for allowing us the use of this beautiful home. And let me thank Ben and Jerry. You all know Ben and Jerry because they make a great ice cream, and that's true. But I have known them for about 100 years. And what I also know is they have kind of revolutionized the corporate culture in America. They really have. And what they have shown is you can make a good profit, make a lot of money, you can make a good product, but you could also treat your workers with respect, and pay attention and be a leader in the fight for environmental sanity. You can protect family farmers. They were very helpful to dairy farmers in the state of Vermont. So I just want to thank Ben and Jerry for all the great work that they have done. Let me say a few words on this Memorial Day about what this campaign is about. And, you know, I think today I was at a memorial service and a parade in Claremont, a very nice service, where we were honoring those many people who have given their lives to defend this country and to defend our values and to defend American democracy. And I think at this unprecedented political moment in American history, we have got to rededicate ourselves to stop anybody from the President of the United States on down who wants to move this country into an authoritarian direction. We are going to defend democracy. We hold the time-honored principle that democracy means one person, one vote. I didn't used to think that that would be a radical idea in America, but it is. It is because we have this disastrous Citizens United Supreme Court decision which says that it's okay for billionaires to buy elections. So let me tell you, at the very top of my to-do list as President of the United States, will to do everything I can to overturn this disastrous Supreme Court decision and to move us toward public funding of elections. What I want to be is the president of a nation which does not have one of the lowest voter turnouts of any major country, but I want to be the president of a nation which has one of the highest voter turnouts. And it's not only billionaires buying elections. The other side of the coin is that we have cowardly Republican governors all over this country who don't believe that they can win elections by making it easier for people to vote. So what you're seeing all over this country, including here in New Hampshire, is a major effort toward voter suppression. Now, Georgia would have had a different governor if they did not suppress the vote there. And what I fear very much, and what I believe very much, is the Republican governors who don't have the guts to participate in free, fair, and open elections. And the only way they think they can win is by making it harder for people who may vote against them to participate. So I say to those cowardly governors, and I've said this for years, and I say this as someone who has run for public office in Vermont many, many times, if you, as a Republican governor, don't have the guts to participate in a free, fair, and open election, get the hell out of politics and get another job. So when we talk about American democracy, what we mean is if you're 18 years of age in the United States and you're a citizen, you have the right to vote. End of discussion. I want to thank you and the people of New Hampshire for the great victory that we won in the 2016 Democratic primary. I'll tell you, victory here in New Hampshire was the first victory to be followed by 21 other victories, was to be followed by some 13 million votes, was to be followed by over 1,700 delegates at the Democratic National Convention.